Good evening and many thanks for joining us. You're watching QTV Nightly News coming to you from our studios on Caraba Avenue with me, Ansmana Isonyasi. Here are the main news headlines. The Gambia national football team, the Scorpions, arrived in Yamoussoukro on Thursday night to an enthusiastic welcome by Ivorians and Gambians in the Ivory Coast. And as the nation awaits the kickoff of the AFCON in Cote d'Ivoire on Saturday, QTV went out and about in Basse in the Upper River region to find out the reactions and expectations of fans towards the Gambian Scorpions. Also, our regional correspondent in the Lower River region seeks people's opinions on how the Scorpions will fare in the AFCON, especially against Senegal. At the launch on Thursday of the 17th edition of the trade fair, the CEO of GCCI, Sarata Konate, implored participating vendors to expand their businesses by ensuring sufficient visibility for their products and services. And in international news, Binta Jamba, the widow of Almamo Mane, a former soldier in the Gambia State Guards during the former regime, was the first witness to testify in the ongoing trial in Switzerland of Gambia's former Minister of Interior, Usman Sonko. Well, stay tuned for more on these and other stories. And we now take a look at the news in detail. The Gambia national football team, the Scorpions, arrived in Yamoussoukro on Thursday night to an enthusiastic welcome by Ivorians and Gambians at Yamoussoukro Airport and later on. Mohamed Gajaga reports.
The Scorpions arrived in Yamoussoukro on Thursday night after a 2.5 hours flight to cheering crowds and vigorous dancing. Ivorians and Gambians who live in the country are among those who greeted them at the Yamoussoukro airport and later on at their hotel. As the team arrived at their hotel, a cheering crowd danced and applauded them. Hotel employees in their work uniform were among those taking part in the rousing welcome. On Monday, the Gambia will face champions and neighbor Senegal in Group C. Guinea and Cameroon, who arrived earlier in Yamoussoukro, the base for the teams in Group C, are their group opponents. All Group C matches will be held at the Yamoussoukro's Charles Konombani Stadium. Mamudu Gajaga, QTV News.
Now still on AFCON, as the nation awaits the kickoff of the AFCON in Cote d'Ivoire on Saturday, our reporter Alaji A.F. Jallo went out and about in Basse in the Upper River region to find out the reactions and expectations of fans. Here's his report.
The AFCON and Gambia's participation is a big talking point in URR, especially the Scorpions' opening game with the Triangle Lions of Senegal. Alaji Njai, a dealer in second-hand clothing, and Bachindanan, a Senegalese national residing in Basse, both applauded QCell for being the official Scorpion GSM AFCON partner. They further had words of advice for the fans and players.
Xanaa di njëkk a jaajëfal QCell kon suñ toogee ba ñoom ñu def lii defaluñ ko seen bopp réew mi lañ ko defal.
We want to thank QCell for responding to the call of the nation. The benefit of QCell is enormous. This is one way in giving back to our country. We are happy that QCell have availed us the opportunity to watch all the matches. To the boys, we are all praying for a successful campaign in the AFCON. Let the coach, fans and players know that they are representing the country. We expect them to express high levels of discipline and determination. I am hopeful that we will beat Senegal 2-0.
li nga xam ne nag moom mooy QCell def na ko nekk na lu rafet loo xam ne ñu ci bëri Gambia fii buñ ko defoon dëgg neexul ba neexul boo su QCell ngàcce gaalaama.
To be honest, what QCell did is something beautiful and worth commendation. If many of the private sectors have done what QCell has done, football in this country will be at another level. To the boys, the coach and the fans, we expect them to show a degree of professionalism and determination. This time, the victory is for the Gambia. I'm a Senegalese, but I'm fully behind the Gambia. Nothing will stop the boys from defeating Senegal 2-0. This time, AFCON trophy is coming to the Gambia. Sambujan Sise said the public should also patronize QCell because they have made everyone proud. Cisse also has this advice for the boys, the coach and the fans.
On behalf of the whole Gambian youths, I'm saying let's give prayers to QCell, the people who sponsored this thing. It's very much important so that they will be continuing sponsoring our AFCON, any other program activities we are having as they usually do. What I want to say goes to the coach. Football is all about determination. Let him not look into eyes of the players. Let him put the right man at the right place. Let him put the right man at the right position. That's what we put him there for. And football is all about risks. So let him sacrifice to make sure whatever will bring victory for us, let him make sure he focus on that.
AFCON kicks off on Saturday. The Scorpions are gearing up for their first match on Monday against the Teranga Lions of Senegal, our neighbors and the reigning champions. Reporting for QTV News, I am Alaji A.F. Jao.
Now also in the Lower River region, our regional correspondent Rada Bakari Balde seeks people's opinions on how the Scorpions will fare in Africa's largest and most competitive football tournament. Here's the report.
In this part of the country, many people are looking forward to seeing an improved performance from the national team, the Scorpions, considering their brilliant performance at the last edition of AFCON in Cameroon, where they made it to the quarterfinal. Osman Jaju and Lamin Esbaro are optimistic that the Scorpions will do well in the competition.
Although Senegal has very good quality players, but that does not matter, especially my brilliant player, Minte, which I'm sure he's going to have his share the very day of the match. So
I'm hoping to see 1-1 or 1-0 in favor of the Gambia. That's my prediction. Because the way I saw our boys, moving, though our attacking system has some issues, but if they introduce Minte earlier, I think we can achieve something at the end of the day.
Rose Augusta Mendy and Mono Mara believe that the Gambia have a good team that can challenge any team in the AFCON. They also talk about their thoughts on the Gambia versus Senegal game.
I believe that the Gambia at least will have an edge over Senegal because, looking at the confidence that we have from our footballers, and this is a way of motivating them to expose them to the world at large to know the potential that the Gambia has as a country.
And the way I have seen our squad, I believe and I have hope, inshallah, we are going to defeat Senegal mercilessly because for the Senegalese people, they might underrate us. And our guys, they have this belief because remember our first appearance, we went into up to the quarterfinals. So obviously we have the determination and the zeal. Inshallah, we are going to defeat Senegal mercilessly.
The football enthusiast also spoke highly of QCell being the official GSM partner of the Scorpions.
So I would love every business partners to follow the step of QCells to help the country in whatever they are engaged in terms of sports.
For QCell to come up with that huge amount, I think is a laudable gesture. We will, thank the management and also the staff of QCell for that generosity.
QCell, we said, as an institution, we thank God for them helping the Gambia because they are not the only people around, but then they came up with the initiative to help so that this can also encourage other investors also to see the need in football and come as an aid to help young Gambian youths to also show their potential in the things that they are good at.
Bakari Balde, QTV News.
Well, we apologize for that break in transmission. A quick reminder that you're watching QTV Nightly News coming to you from our studios on Caraba Avenue. Now, at the launch on Thursday of the 17th edition of the trade fair, the CEO of GCI, Sarato Konate, implored participating vendors to expand their businesses by ensuring sufficient visibility for their products and services during the fair. As we hear in this report, about 500 businesses are expected to participate. The 17th edition coincides with the 20th anniversary of the GCCI Trade Fair, which since its inception has become the leading national business exhibition, creating a platform for enterprises to network and promote their goods and services. This year's edition is scheduled for 10th February to March 10th, 2024. Welcoming intending participants at Kirjula, GCCI CEO Sarato Konate reiterates the Chamber's commitment to fostering an environment where businesses thrive, regardless of size or sector. She also used the occasion to encourage business owners to invest in expanding their businesses by ensuring adequate visibility for their services.
I implore on you, I encourage you to use your WhatsApp different platforms to publicize and create awareness around your business and your participation at the trade, so we can all maximize our results. It's not just for GCCI to collect revenue. It is indeed when I hear feedback from your very selves that tell us we had sales, we had Yokute, we have growth, our business has continued to grow, we were happy, we were satisfied. That is results for GCCI.
Teresa Jara, Director of Operations at GCCI, says the organizing committee is committed to staging a much improved exhibition after taking note of some of the challenges vendors encountered during the previous edition.
We've taken the feedback that we have gotten from not only you, the participants, but the public as well, because every end of year, what we do is we do a survey and we ask you, the participants, what was your take on the trade fair? What do we need to improve? And one thing that you have said we need to improve was the allocation, the lines at the gates, electricity, and we have taken enormous strides to remedy those issues and improve on them.
In his launch statement, Saul Fraser, chair of the Trade Fair Organizing Committee, revealed that this year's edition will be held at the Trade Fair grounds in Brusubi. Acknowledging the interest shown by youth and women entrepreneurs to participate in the trade fair, he also disclosed that they expect a significant increase in the number of stalls this year.
This year's trade fair promises an even more remarkable turnout than ever before. With an expected 500 stalls, including entrepreneurs from across the ECOWAS region, Europe, and Asia.
One of the most significant benefits of attending trade fairs is increasing awareness of brand, especially our local ones. Exhibiting at a trade show is an excellent opportunity for companies to meet new prospects, strengthen relationships with existing customers, launch new products, and increase brand awareness, among others. Ansmane Sonyasi for KTV News. And our report there will lead us to the commercial break, but we will be right back.
As the fastest growing GSM company in the Gambia, QCell has the widest 4G plus coverage in the country, 3 times faster internet speed than our competitors. So switch now and dial *335# and enjoy what true 4G feels like. QCell, Gambia's trusted network.
Well, thanks for staying with us. Now, the 1998 batch of Gambia Senior Secondary School are mobilizing resources and to upgrade and improve learning and teaching at their alma mater. In giving back to the school, they responded to a request from the school administration by supplying furniture worth $1 million. Mohamed Lamin Choi reports.
More than 30 years after walking through the doors of this school, men and women who constitute the 1998 batch of Gambia Senior Secondary School are back to manifest love and gratitude at the right time and in much needed fashion. Together with board members of the school, the principal receives a support package comprising 200 tables and chairs for the school hall, 40 tables and chairs for the staff room, and a dispenser. Mamadou Jallo is the principal of Gambia Senior Secondary School.
This is the second time that this class of 1998 is supporting this school. Last year, in February 2023, the same class provided much stationery to this school, ranging from A4 papers, whiteboard markers, risograph ink, masters, etc., etc., which was used to conduct trial and more exams for the grade 12s, and also second and third term exams for grade 10s and 11s. I want to thank them unreservedly for the support to the school.
Due to its increasing student population, the school has been resource constrained, making it difficult to provide the required accommodation for the students. In response to a request from the school authorities, the 1998 batch dipped into their pockets and raised up to $1 million to salvage their former school with essential materials. Sadibu Kamaso of the 1998 batch Alumni Association.
What we wanted to do initially was to do furniture for all the classrooms, but we were told another alumni association had beaten us to it. So we decided to do something that would touch the lives of every student in the school. That is the school hall where all of us have sat here for our exams.
Bakari Sisa, the Regional Education Director for Region 1, encourages everyone to see education as business for a united action towards transforming the education sector of the country. The Education Director praises the work of the 1998 batch of the school for their patriotic gesture.
The batch 1998 of Gambia Senior Secondary School has relieved the government of the Gambia a very big responsibility by providing this furniture for you. Thank you very much.
With this significant donation to the school, the Ex-Students Association has brought delight and gratitude to the students by making their education journey more convenient. Mariama Toure is the school's head girl.
On behalf of the school fraternity of this school, I proudly express our sincere appreciation to you, the class of 1998. We are overwhelmed with gratitude and joy for this magnanimous donation.
Gambia Senior Secondary School left a footprint in the country and in the lives of Gambians, in counting presidents and many others who currently occupy high-profile positions in both the public and private sectors. The reunion of the 1998 batch of Gambia Senior Secondary School grew out of a WhatsApp group initially comprising just 3 members, with more joining afterwards. The group later transformed into a registered association in December 2022 with the vision to see their alma mater in the league of highly progressive academic institutions in the country. Mohamed Lamin Choi, QTV News.
Now, the Inspector General of Police, Abdoulaye Sanyang, Wednesday called on the police force to exemplify policing values such as accountability and commitment to justice in their daily work. He was speaking at the opening of the GPS first ever police leadership conference. More in this report. Held under the theme, Police Leadership, Reinvigorating a People-Focused Police. This convergence of the senior command of the Gambia Police Force seeks to create a platform for stock-taking on the force's progress and challenges to provide direction for the implementation of the various GPF instruments that are geared toward fostering enhanced people-centered policing. Speaking at the opening ceremony, IGP Abdoulaye Sanyang reminds colleagues of their primary duty to protect the lives and property of citizens and residents of the country, and of the importance of being ethical in dispensing their duties. He also urges them to collaborate by sharing experiences and information.
In the face of increasing complexity and dynamic threats, effective leadership is of paramount. Thus, our ability to adapt to change, embrace technology, and foster collaboration will determine our success in fulfilling our duty to protect and serve. Let us reflect on the core principles that guide us: integrity, accountability, and a steadfast commitment to justice.
Interior Minister Siaka Sonko and the Deputy Inspector General of Police, Mamadou Sow, also urged them to be proactive and reflect on the impact their leadership has on the well-being of the citizens they serve. They also encouraged them to strengthen collaboration with other law enforcement agencies and went on to share words of encouragement and support.
I was part of the police force at a very early stage. I came in as a recruit. Looking back towards to those days, it's a big difference. Paradigm shift, as they call it. What is obtained in the police force today and what is here, what was there is different. I came in as a police recruit from high school, and there are very few like me there then. But now, among you, you have a pool of talented officers. So I want to congratulate the police management for making this possible.
As members that are tasked to oversee the continuation of society from one generation to next, what we are doing today, others were doing it long before us. We will do it, others will also come and do it long after we're gone. So like I said, the Gambia Police Force is a single institution that is indivisible and commanded by only one person. So being the case, let us remind ourselves our responsibility.
Founded in 1965, the Gambia Police Force has, since the change of government in 2017, embarked on a series of reform programs, including the development and implementation of various frameworks aimed at transforming and enhancing policing in the Gambia, all of which are framed within the wider context of the ongoing security sector reform. This conference of the senior command of the police is said to be the first of its kind in the country. Answane Sonyasi for KTV News. And now on to international news in a moment. Now, Binta Jamba, the widow of Almamo Mane, a former soldier in the Gambia State Guards during the former regime, is the first witness to testify in the ongoing trial in Switzerland of Gambia's former Minister of Interior, Ousmane Sonko, for crimes against humanity. Loliam Kamara tells us more.
Ousmane Sonko, aged 55, is the Gambia's former Minister of Interior. Sonko is currently facing trial in Bellinzona, Switzerland, for crimes against humanity, which include murder, rape, illegal detentions and torture, allegedly committed between 2000 and 2016 under the 22-year rule of former Gambian dictator Yahya Jammeh. The first witness, Binta Jamba, told the court on Wednesday that, I quote, Sonko treated her like a sex slave, end of quote. Madam Jamba had previously testified before the Gambia's Truth Commission in October 2019. And according to her, she was raped multiple times by the former Interior Minister at various localities in the Gambia. Actions, she says, have left lasting physical and emotional scars. Jamba went further to say she was impregnated by Sonko twice between 2000 to 2002 and was forced to abort both pregnancies, which she said were arranged by Sonko. According to her, she was very sick after the abortions. I was constantly bleeding as she broke down in tears. End of quote. Sonko's lawyer, Philip Cora, had no question for Jamba on the substance of her testimony. However, Jamba, who described her husband's relationship with ex-President Jammeh as a good one, said her husband's murder was arranged by Sonko. The second witness to also appear on the same day was Lieutenant Colonel Bunja Dabo, a serving Gambian soldier who was arrested in 2006 over allegations of his involvement in an attempted coup. Dabo was allegedly tortured and forced to write a statement implicating himself, a document used as evidence against him at the court-martial in Banjul. In his testimony, Lieutenant Colonel Dabo said, and I quote, all they said was that a speech was found on me, but that was not true. They forced me to write it, adding, Sonko is here, and I challenge him to tell the truth. End of quote. He says his torturers placed a plastic bag over his head and he was subjected to horrific torture, which made him break down in tears. It is alleged that Sonko was then chief of Gambia's police, who allegedly sat on a panel of security officers that oversaw the torture and interrogation of detainees, including Dabo. The investigation by the Truth Commission found that such panels were accompanied by brutal torture by junglers, members of a hit squad who operated under the then President Jammeh's orders. In fresh testimony on Thursday, Fatou Cissé, the second rape victim and plaintiff, also testified. She says she was taken to a room, her glasses were removed, and then a plastic bag was put over her head and beaten from all directions. And that went on for a long time. They do this until she can't breathe. After the beating, she said she was allegedly raped by one of the junglers. I quote, "One of them came in and turned off the light," she said. "The whole room was dark. I thought I was going to be beaten again. I saw a jungler with a mask. He jumped on me, opened my legs, and started abusing me. He raped me," end of quote, said Cissé. Usman Sonko contested all the charges on the events of 2006 brought against him in relation to this second plaintiff, Fatou Cissé. The trial continues. For QTV News, Lolly M. Camara.
And I'm afraid that's all about it for this bulletin. On behalf of the entire production team, thanks for watching. Do join us tomorrow, same time for more news.